I'm getting too old for this. PlayStation. I heard that you destroyed many of people's careers. The Dreamcast, the Xbox, the GameCube. Was it you? What do you gotta say for yourself? Welcome back, YouTube. This is JAC Antics, and today we're talking about the greatest selling console of all time. That is the PlayStation 2. And yes, you heard it right. The greatest selling console of all time, with over 158 million units sold as of February 2024. To compare it to it, the latest console, PlayStation 5, sold only around 54.7 million. And that type of record is astonishing, especially for a console that came out 24 years ago. The PS2 was launched in Japan of March 4th of 2000, and then it received an international release on October 26th of 2000. Now I know what you're saying. 24-year-old console. Does this console still hold up? And you tell me. The specs that the PlayStation 2 came with was 32 megabits of internal RAM, and it had 8 megabits of removable storage, which was via the memory card. It also had the capability of going on the internet. It also had 2 USBs, plus it had a special manufactured CPU, which was called the Emotion Engine, which was also in early builds of the PS3. Those specs was accompanied by hardware such as the DualShock 2 controllers, the iToy, the DVD remote controller, and plus more. With all that, PlayStation 2 was still trying to set this apart from its competition, from the GameCube to the original Xbox and even the Sega Dreamcast. Because what really matters, other than the console can handle these things, was the games. So, as I was doing research to try to compile a list of games that the PlayStation 2 had, but to put it quite frank, the PS2 simply had more exclusives than its competition, where it had approximately 515 exclusives compared to Xbox's 105, Dreamcast's approximately 60, and then the GameCube approximately 80. And including like the multi-plats that they had, but the exclusives that PS2 had was simply just blowing the competition out of the water. Of course, the other consoles had different exclusives that made the market buy them. It was a lot of factors, because back in the day, pretty much if you didn't have certain games, you couldn't really play and have fun, or didn't have anything to talk about at the lunch table with your friends and everything like that. And it definitely played a part into the selling market of these game systems. So with all that, I can see why the PlayStation 2 is the top selling console of all time. Because back in the day, we didn't have all this cross-play and things of that nature, and it definitely made things difficult. So the main selling point was exclusives. So I even compiled the list of some of my favorite PS2 games that's over the years. There's no particular order. Please leave a comment below of your favorite PS2 game. My personal list would be Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, God of War, NBA Street, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. Honorable mentions are San Andreas and Def Jam Vendetta. Final thoughts. Now, my only thoughts really about it is, can it be replicated? And no, I don't think it can, because the PlayStation 2 came out with a perfect market. Everything was set up for it. Timing is everything in this type of business. And the market was surrounded by exclusives, mascots, those type of things. And PS2 had that in spades. The difference was, back then, they definitely tried to push creativity, and the games that they was coming to the console, the deals that they was making, definitely pushed creativity. Now the other consoles pushed creativity as well, but it was just more, and plus it was easy for like the DVD function in the PlayStation 2. Like even small things like that, people can just have it as an entertainment system, because people was moving away from the VHS and going towards more CDs. And to even have that function of, oh, I can easily play my DVD on my game console. It was a DVD player and a game console, so it knocked the price from one thing in the household. These things was the components that helped push this console to where it's at today. And fun fact, just the other day, the PlayStation 2 was registered among other 18 items for the National Museum of Science and Nature in Japan. And that speaks to the nature of how big this console really was. I don't think it can be recreated ever again, unless, you know, something else, some other innovation comes out where a console can play. Well, we already got a computer. With all that, thank you for watching. More videos coming soon. Thank you for being patient with me, guys. And down below, name what other consoles that I can review, and name your top 5, or just name a game that you remember from the PlayStation 2 that brings fond memories. All right, until next time, peace.